If you live in zone 7 or 8, you're in that sweet spot for gardening. So that means you have a long, productive growing season and you don't get that super deep winter chill, so you can grow some of the most beautiful flowers in the world. However, if you follow generic gardening advice, you'll likely plant too late or get scorched by the July sun. Today, we're going to give you that essential roadmap specifically to your garden zone. We're going to cover everything you need to know to get your garden ready. Success in zone 7 and 8 is all about placement. In our zones, that means that the afternoon temperatures can reach up to 35 degrees Celsius or 95 Fahrenheit. When picking a spot, look for eastern exposure. This means your garden faces the rising sun, getting that bright, energetic morning light, but starts receiving filtered shade or full relief around 2 p.m. In our climate, not all sunlight is created equal. Morning sun is cool light. That helps the dew evaporate from the leaves, which prevents fungal diseases and kickstarts photosynthesis without stressing the plant. However, once you hit that 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. window, the ambient temperature and UV intensity peaks. When a plant gets hit by that brutal western sun, it often enters a state of stasis or survival mode. It stops growing and starts transpiring water as fast as possible just to keep its tissues from scorching. By giving your garden a break in the afternoon, perhaps using a shadow from your house, a tall fence, or a large tree to the west, you are essentially giving your plants an afternoon nap. Once you have your spot, let's now focus on the soil. Whether you have a heavy clay common in zone 7 areas or the sandier soil of zone 8, you need to add at least 3 to 4 inches of high quality compost. This recharges the soil, helping it hold on to moisture during the dry spell. For beginners, it's always recommended sheet mulching. Lay down plain brown cardboard over grass, soak it, and pile your compost mulch on top. It kills the weeds and builds nutrient-rich soil without you ever having to pick up a shovel. And remember, we've talked about this many times, mulch is your friend in this zone. A quick layer of straw or wood chips keeps those temperatures down and the moisture levels up. In zone 7 and 8, we have a distinctive 4-season rhythm. Now let's break down exactly what your year looks like and let's settle that confusion about those bulbs. While the north is still covered in snow, our soil is often ready. When the soil temperature reaches about 4 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Fahrenheit, it's time for those cool season crops to go in. You can plant peas, spinach, and kale now. For flowers, this is the window for pansies and violas. This is also when you see tulips, daffodils, and crocuses blooming. The most common mistake for beginners is trying to plant these in the spring. You can't. These are fall planted bulbs. They need to be cold winter soils of zone 7 and 8 to chill so they can bloom. Now, if you want those tulips, daffodils, and crocuses in your garden, you have to plant them in the fall and get them in the ground before November or October. The air warms to a comfortable 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the time to sow carrots, radishes, and beets. It's also the perfect time to plant perennial herbs like lavender and rosemary. Now is the time to plant those heat-loving plants like the dahlias, the gladiolas, or the cannas. These are tender bulbs. They hate the cold, so you plant them now so they can emerge as the weather heats up. They will provide your garden with massive dramatic color throughout the summer. Once the danger of frost is gone and the nights stay above 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, it's time for tomatoes, peppers, and zucchini. For flowers, sow zinnias, sunflowers, and marigolds. These plants love the long days and will grow rapidly as we head into June. This is when the heat hits 32 degrees Celsius or higher. Growth might slow down, so your focus shifts to deep watering and keeping that mulch thick. But don't stop. In late August, you'll start your second spring by sowing seeds for broccoli and cabbage that will mature in the cool autumn air. As temperatures drop back down to 18 degrees Celsius or 65 Fahrenheit, your fall garden takes off. This is also your most important month for your flowers. You gotta start planning now for your spring blooms. So it's time to plant those daffodils and tulips, get them in the ground now. Plant your garlic now so it can develop its roots over the winter. In zones 7 and 8, your soil doesn't usually freeze solid for long, so your garlic and hardy greens will be perfectly happy. If you're finding this deep dive into zones 7 and 8, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more. Our goal is to save you time, money, and give you practical advice to make sure that you grow healthy plants all season long. Now let's talk about specific varieties that are tough enough for our long seasons. For your first season, you want the reliable survivors so you can get a maximum harvest out of what you plant. For vegetables, look for indeterminate tomatoes like Celebrity or Sun Gold cherry tomatoes. They are incredibly productive in zone 7 and 8. For peppers, bell peppers do well, but banana peppers or jalapenos are often more prolific in our heat. For flowers, you want a mix of perennials and annuals. Echinacea and black-eyed Susans are native to many of our areas and will return every year with almost zero effort. If you want a stunning summer display, plant dinner plate dahlias. The long growing season in zone 8 gives them plenty of time to produce those massive blooms. For a fragrant garden, choose phenomenal lavender. It's specifically bred to handle the humidity of a zone 7-8 summer without rotting. Mixing these flowers into your vegetable beds is the best way to attract pollinators and to keep your garden looking like a professional landscape. If you're ready to start but realize you don't have everything you need, don't worry, we've got you covered on our online store. Be sure to click that link below and we're here to help. Starting a garden in zone 7 or 8 is a long-term adventure because you have so many months of growth. Don't worry about getting every month perfect on your first try. Get some compost, get some high-quality seeds, and get that into the ground. You'll be surprised what happens. We want to know, what zone are you in? Be sure to put that in the comments below and let us know what vegetable or flower that you're going to try this year. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to check us out next week when we do our weekly video series right here at Wildwood Outdoor Living.